Hi guys, my name is Avinash Kumar. Welcome to my channel Stochastic Programming. So in this video, we will specifically cover JEP 358, which is helpful null pointer exception. I personally consider it as a billion-dollar exception because oftentimes when we will get this exception in the production, it is really difficult to find out which particular function is returning the null reference. So there are some advancements which are suggested in this JEP. So we will see what are those advancements and how we can get benefit from that. So let's get started. The goal of this feature is to offer helpful information to developers and support folks about the premature termination of the program. Here in this code, when accessing the null referenced object returns null pointer exception. As we can see, from this exception, we are getting three things. One is the function name, file name, and the line number. In the absence of application code or a debugger, this information doesn't exactly pinpoint which object is responsible for causing the exception. However, with JDK 14, we can easily pinpoint which method invoked on the null reference object. So this is the exact message we will get from JDK 14. As we can see, this str is the attribute on which we are calling jar add function, and since this str is null, we are getting this null pointer exception. By default, JDK 14 still returns the old exception message in such scenario. To enable this feature, we need to pass this additional flag in VM options. This is for the purpose of the backward compatibility, because oftentimes there are applications which runs as a sidecar and monitors application logs, exceptions, stack trace, and so forth. The functionality of those applications might not work or it might stop working as per the requirements. So in order to enable this feature, we need to explicitly pass this argument. Another good example where this feature can help us to pinpoint exactly which null reference object invoke what method. As we can see from the code, the main objective is to fetch apartment name. In between that, we are accessing multiple nested objects, and guess what? This line of code returns null pointer exception. Now from this line of code, we are not sure exactly which method is returning the null reference object and which function is invoked on the null reference object. Thanks to JDK 14, now we can clearly see, even without the code, which object returns the null and which function is invoked on null reference object. In this case, it's getStreet is the method which returns the null, and getApartment is the method which is invoked on the null reference object.